Okay, 8.4 is finding an area if you don't have a right triangle. So remember, with a right triangle, you can use a squared plus b squared equals c squared. But if you don't have this right angle, you can't use that formula. So we have two other formulas. We have this s equals to give us the s in this equation. So this is ultimately the equation you use. Or if you know an angle, use this one. So if you know an angle, use this one. If you know all three sides, use this one. So it doesn't really matter what A, B, and C are. So the best way, though, is A is usually across from angle A, B is across from angle B, and C is across from angle C. So on this first one, go ahead and label A, B, and C. So you should have gotten A is this, B is this, C is that. Now I'm just going to fill those in really quick. And then S, remember the equation is adding all three sides and dividing it by 2. So go ahead and add those together, and let's double check your answer. And you can get a decimal on this. So here I got 16.5. Make sure you can get that. And then you plug it into that other equation where you're subtracting. So it's going to be that 16.5 times that minus the 11 times that minus the 13 times that minus the 9, all three sides. And I'm actually going to simplify that a little bit. So 16.5 times, and that one's 5.5. This one is 3.5, and this one, oops, I forgot a part. 16.5 minus the 9. And that will get you 7.5. So go ahead and multiply those and then square root. So I'll give you a minute to do that. So you want to make sure you did that subtraction first. So we get square root of 2382.1875. And when you square root that, the area equals 48.81. I think the homework has nearest hundredth. I can't remember. And this is going to be feet squared because it's an area. And that's it. So that's if you have three sides. Let's look at one with an angle. So 8.4, this one has an angle. Okay. So go ahead and put your angle there. And then we're going to label A, B, and C. So I'm just going to say that C is always across, little c is across from the angle, so that's big C. So A and B are the other two sides. So let me relabel that down here, 10.1, 6, and angle C is 74 degrees. Sorry, that's supposed to say angle there. And the formula, let's look back, half times AB times sine C. So 1/2 times A times B, so 10.1 times 6 times sine of 74. So you actually do need to use your calculator to get that sine first. And make sure you get the right answer. If you don't, that means you're not in degree mode. And I'm going to keep 4 decimal places. And then what I would do is multiply all of these and then divide the 2. Or you can do that as 0.5 also. That can help. So go ahead and do that, and let's check answers. So I got the area as 29.13 when you round, and this is yards squared. And if you didn't get that, let me know and we'll look at your calculator and see if I did something wrong instead. But that is 8.4, so go ahead and try that homework.